Most of us were never taught how to feel. Not really. We were told, stop crying, don't be so sensitive, you're overreacting. So we adapted. We learned to suppress, not because we were weak, but because we had to. But what you suppress doesn't just go away, it waits. And later it shows up as anxiety, tension, or outbursts that seem to come out of nowhere. In this video, I'm going to walk you through why we suppress emotions, and more importantly, how to stop, gently and safely, without needing to dig up every memory. Let's dive in. So emotional suppression usually begins long before we realize it. As kids, we were naturally wired to feel, to cry, to rage, to laugh, to express freely. But when that expression was met with, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about, or go calm down in your room, or just cold silence, we got the message. My feelings aren't welcome here. So your body started adapting. It started hiding what hurt, tensing up, shutting down, and disconnecting. You started pushing feelings down, not to be dramatic, not to be difficult, but because it didn't feel safe to feel. And once that strategy worked, it became the default. So suppression was never random, it was protective. Maybe your home was chaotic, maybe emotions brought consequences. Maybe no one modeled what healthy feeling even looked like. So you learned, if I don't feel, I won't get hurt. That was smart, that was survival. But here's the problem. The same defense that once kept you safe now keeps you disconnected. In other words, you are running an outdated survival program. And it's time to update it. Because when you suppress emotions, they don't just disappear, they get stored in your nervous system. That can look like unexplained fatigue or panic out of nowhere, snapping at small things, or perhaps feeling off but not knowing why. When you suppress emotions, it's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a while, but eventually it shoots up hard. Your emotions are trying to complete what was never allowed to finish. But to do that, it needs your presence, not your thoughts. Here's what most people do when they start feeling again. They try to figure it out. They think, if I can just understand where this came from, if I can just find the memory, if I can just connect the dots, I'll fix it. But healing doesn't come from more thinking. It comes from fully feeling the sensations in your body without any resistance. That means noticing the emotion as sensation, breathing with it instead of bracing against it, and staying present even for just a few seconds. Because that's when something shifts. That's when emotional integration starts. So you don't have to choose between numbing out and falling apart. There's a third option, a way to feel without getting overwhelmed, to process without reliving it, and to let go without needing to understand everything. It's not dramatic, it's not flashy, it's just gentle presence with what's real. But over time, it requires everything. You just need the right tools, the right pace, and a little kindness toward the parts of you that were just trying to survive. You see, your emotions aren't the problem. They're the signal, the messenger, the part of you saying, please, let me finish. You don't have to keep stuffing them down, and you don't have to carry them forever. You can feel without falling apart, and you can heal without reliving everything. So the next time something rises, don't push it away. Pause, breathe, and instead of suppressing, relax all your muscles and try fully feeling it, even if it's just for a few seconds. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.